Hey, fam, what's up? My name is Kevin. Welcome to Kevin News. So I'm here with the man himself. I don't want to introduce him. And I introduce
Sharp. Yo guys, my name is David Tebokomologo, also known as Sweet Boy. So the name Sweet Boy is Kilamustrate. The first one is the professional name.
Sure.
So, yeah.
So Sweet Boy David Tebokomologo here is a clinical psychologist.
No, a clinical psychologist in training.
Clinical psychologist in training. So speaking of clinical psychologist in training, speaking of clinical psychologist in training, Braga like scope psychologist, because a lot of people, including me, psychologists, the therapist, also social psychologist.
Well, no, I've never heard of social psychologist.
Social therapist,
social worker.
Okay, social worker. You know, people batama the therapy, but what are the therapists? Yeah. So what's the difference between?
Well, I think it differs because, let's say, from clinical psychologists, it's those that deal with the more clinical stuff, more psychopathological stuff, like schizophrenia and stuff like that, psychotic disorders.
So psychiatrist, how does it?
Psychiatrist is also in that field, but then psychiatrists are doctors who went to medical school 6 years, then they specialized in psychiatry. Like others will do obs and gynecologists and stuff like that. So there is a field, and I mean psychiatry is also the specialty that by around after that 6 years of college we are going to medical.
There's a difference in terms of practice between a clinical psychologist and a psychiatrist.
A psychiatrist prescribes medication. We don't prescribe medication in psychiatry. We might have a bit of knowledge into them so that you understand your patients more and more, but then we don't prescribe medication.
You said in South Africa, so there are other countries.
Well, in other countries, I don't know what's going on, but then there was that move that a clinical psychologist also needs to understand this medication, then they can be able to prescribe them when it's necessary. So I think that was the line in between the difference between psychiatry and psychologists.
Sure.
Yeah. So coming back to the question of the difference, clinical psychologists, more pathological stuff, and then we have counseling psychologists, who I would say most of them are based in universities. It's more of depression, like not too much
counseling psychology.
Yeah, counseling psychologists. So not so much of schizophrenia happening, the psychotic disorders happening. It's more of mood related most of the times. I'm not saying that their scope is limited to that because HPCSA. It sounds like that, but then HPCSA is the one that regulates this, and then hence there's this difference between clinical psychologists and counseling psychologists.
So since you're a clinical psychologist in practice, and then you have an experience of varsity. Also, you know varsity from, like, I don't know,
undergrad.
From undergrad, from an SRC point of view. Because personally, I feel like SRC members or politicians or activists, they have some mental issues. That's how I feel. Banally anxiety, banally everything. They know these people are not okay. So since now you have experience here at varsity, from that side, from this side, from every side, can we talk about mental illness in varsity?
Well, since you started with leaders or SSA, I would say that there is a lot of mental pressure going on that side, because firstly you have the pressure to actually represent students, and then in representing them you feel like you don't need to fail them. It's more like if I need to perform so much at school to make my parents proud, or I don't need to fail them. So once you feel like you are failing, then that mindset changes. I would say your mood at that particular moment changes. And once that starts to change, then mentally obviously you will be affected.
So you are saying failure can trigger your mind?
But failure in itself, it's part of the, I would say, environmental factors, risk factors that you might be faced with when you are in varsity.
Sure.
Once there is so much pressure going on and you can't maintain the pressure, keep up with it, you tend to feel like you're a failure, you're worthless, and you lack motivation at times, which is part of the symptoms that relates to major depressive disorder. So that's something that comes to play when we say that, when you say, let me just put it like that, when you say that you feel like leaders in the SRC, they have this mental thing going on with them. It's because they have so much pressure going on, and once they feel like they're failing, they'll feel worthless, they'll feel less of a leader, and that at times tends to interrupt their moods.
So how can one try to help such people?
Well, I would say each and every university, well, coming from a psychological point of view, each and every facility has a psychology center or counseling center for students.
So
all universities that I know of, they have that. It's not only meant for SRCs, but all the students, you know. So
is there an alternative for, like, in case?
Yeah, well, I would say the alternative, I would say it goes to the self. You know, you need to check where you are emotionally. You know,
how do you do that? You know, it's I wanted to talk about it on my IGTV. People say check yourself, know yourself. You know, sometimes we don't know ourselves, and we don't know that we don't know ourselves. And also, you're gonna tell me to check myself. According to me, now I've been checking myself. Can't they? No, I really haven't.
No, so I think it's when we say check where you are emotionally, it's be aware of what triggers you. You know, where are emotions at that particular moment? You know, and then try to relate to it, because emotions will obviously impact on how you think, you know, and then that will later impact on how then you act. You know, it's more like a triangle in a way. But then once you check your emotions, get someone that can assist you with that. Preferably professional psychologist. Services are free in universities, you know. There's not only you checking yourself emotionally or where am I, but then going to see a psychologist, say this is impacting. Because once emotions are not on check, the thinking will not be there, the acting might be obscure.
Let's say you check yourself. You know, we are the generation of the internet, right? You check yourself and you have these symptoms. You feel like this. You Google those symptoms, and then they tell you, right, you are depressed. So I don't know. How can we? I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of self-diagnosis that's going on with us. How can we overcome that, or how can we teach people to shy away from that? I don't know how do we address that?
Well, I wouldn't say it's wrong to go to Google and check, you know, those symptoms and check, because they might relate to you at that particular moment. Because once I read something and which has happened to me, I would say this is me. You know? So to not necessarily shy away from it, because once symptoms are there, there is that part on the internet. Let's say major depressive disorder. You might be having those symptoms, but then you are still able to function. You understand? You're still able to go to school and still perform better, you know? But then you're still having those symptoms. So once there starts to be that shift of you not attending school, you not being functional, relationships are affected at that particular moment, then that's when you need to be worried. And then to further take it on, you can go and see a professional, a psychologist or a psychiatrist, who I would say it's more of a second opinion, because you already have a first opinion about yourself to say, hey, I might be depressed here, you know. But then once you have someone who's more professionally trained, they might be able to I'd say, outline it to you or diagnose you in the correct way. Then you know that I have this, then I have to deal with it. You know? Rather than going to the internet, you see symptoms, and then the next thing you'll be like, I am depressed, but then there's nothing that you're doing to overcome those symptoms or to work on those symptoms.
Or sometimes you might find that you have you fall within the criteria, Mara. Your actions don't.
Yeah, that's why it's that functionality part to say I'm having this.
Still able to come to school. You still bad.
Yeah, it's still bad.
Nice. You come to school. Sometimes maybe you get money. You go. You still have that energy to go shopping. Look nice. But you still have those symptoms. Doesn't mean you are depressed.
You are depressed. Yeah. So it's more like it's in a spectrum. You know, you might have those symptoms, but then once the functionality is there, you are able to function and stuff like that.
But how can we help that person? Isn't there a way where anyone can help that person who's not fully depressed?
Well, there is a way. Normally we would say it's depressive symptoms, or we can say sub-threshold depression. It means that you are partially depressed, you know, or you partially have the symptoms of major depressive disorder. But then there's still a way, like I'm saying, you need to see the professional to actually assist you with how then you can overcome those depressive symptoms. Because when you look at it, you can't always be on that level of function all the time, you know.
So okay, so I feel like we're dwelling too much on depression.
I think the reason we're doing this is because it's the most common one.
It's
most common when most mostly.
Oh, so I know a lot of people. Okay, guys, this guy is not limited to depression. Okay?
Yeah,
that's what we're trying to say.
Yeah.
So a lot of people would have questions about maybe anxiety, maybe the causes of anxiety, maybe being neglected. Because wow, people will tell you are actor. So we will a YouTube channel.
Yep.
So you're going to open your YouTube channel. What is it going to be about?
Well, YouTube channel, it's mine is going to be more about mental health, covering all disorders, I would say, that are in the DSM-5, and covering other topics that might be related to mental health. Anxiety disorders, bipolar disorders, schizophrenia, post-traumatic disorders.
Okay, for the nerds, I want to ask this question. When is DSM-6 coming?
Well, I think there's been that conference of the APA to actually release that DSM-6. But then there's been a lot of questions in terms of cultural perspective.
I heard the DSM-6 is gonna be, I don't know, different.
Well,
religion is going to be in there, so I hear.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. The culture aspect is starting to come into play. But then, you know, we can't cover all cultures because the DSM-5 in itself, they're trying to cover the whole world in terms of diagnosis and stuff like that. But then imagine if they would take a culture in South Africa.
There's a culture in Swaziland.
There's a culture in India. There's a culture. But then India has moved to kind of like create their own DSM styles and so on. But then the main aim of DSM-6, I think, is more of covering cultures and how other cultures perceive mental illness.
Okay, so what's your YouTube? Do you already have a name for your YouTube?
No, well, the name for it, I would say it will be mental health awareness, because the
name of the channel.
Yeah, the name of the channel.
About mental health awareness.
Yeah. So then the topics then will be for each and every week.
Yeah.
So because the main aim for
so every week. So you're going to be uploading every week.
Not necessarily every week, depending on you, champ, because you'll be the one assisting me. It will be more of each, I think, in a month, 3 times to 2 times. But then each and every Friday, if I manage.
Yeah.
But then if we don't manage, every second Friday we'll be able to upload.
So approximately every week.
Approximately.
Yeah.
I want to get as much information out there about mental health, those that I know, and it will be based on research that I've done with these disorders and stuff like that, and the experiences.
Or qualification. So okay, but I content. You have a channel to run.
Yeah.
Guys, subscribe here and then go to his channel. Subscribe. I'm gonna try to leave the link. I'll see.
Yeah.
Leave the link. Go say comment any question that you have that you want him to cover, any topic that you want him to cover on mental health. Listen, fam, take care. Sure.